Today we're talking power, portable power for your devices. So let's get into it. Ooh, that's cold. My name is Michelle Martinez. If you're new around the channel, I do videos around tech. Now today is no different. We're gonna be talking about the top 4 portable chargers that money can buy. Now let's start out with one, and I do want to go ahead and apologize in advance that we're gonna be talking about the Nomad portable power pack trackable battery, again from Nomad. This thing is actually unavailable. They no longer sell it on Nomad's website. They actually don't sell it anymore on Amazon. So really the only way to get your hands on this specific battery pack is going to be through like a used seller, whether that be eBay, maybe Facebook Marketplace. And I'm really sad because this thing is actually really awesome. This quickly became one of my best and favorite battery power packs that I could buy. I did get this a couple years back when I did have the iPhone 8 Plus. Now, one thing that kind of sucked since upgrading my phone to the iPhone 12 Pro Max is that this no longer charges it, meaning it doesn't output the enough or the required power that requires to charge an iPhone 12 Pro Max. So that was really sad. That really sucked because I liked carrying this around. Now, obviously the one thing that makes this thing amazing is the fact that tile tracking is like integrated within this power pack. I like the size of it, the feel of it, it's rugged. It doesn't weigh as much. Now, of course, you can't charge too many things at one time, but again, that's kind of the compromise that you get when getting a smaller battery power pack. Now, this does punch in at 9,000 milliamp hours, which isn't the highest by any means, but when you're in a pinch, this thing really did come in handy. Again, it kind of sucks that I no longer really use it ever since I upgraded my phone. So I'm not really sure what other purposes that I can use this for, but at the time, this was my favorite battery power pack. But I did want to go ahead and still show it to you guys because in case you still haven't upgraded your phone or you're in the market, you could probably get this for a lot cheaper than what I bought it for, because I think I bought this for $100 or maybe more. I'm not sure. Again, it's been a couple years now. But if you are one of those that have maybe a smaller phone, or you need to charge your AirPods or smaller devices, this would work, and it's not gonna weigh as much in your bag. So next up, coming from the smaller side, we're gonna go ahead and jump to the big boy of the pack. Out of the 4, this is the RavPower. This thing is 32,000 milliamp hours, and it weighs. It's really heavy. It's, as you can see, I've had it for a couple years now as well. I did purchase it, I think a couple months before my Europe trip. I was always really paranoid, especially with the wattage out there. If you stay in older buildings, you don't want to go ahead and cause any electricity to not work or anything like that, or create a power outage. Hence why I went with a huge big boy of a battery pack, 32,000 milliamp hours. I charged my iPad off of this, my iPhone, my AirPods. This thing could hold a whole bunch of juice. I'm not really a big fan of how heavy it is. Again, I know that's kind of what you get when you want to get a lot of milliamp hours. We're still not in that time of life where battery packs could hold a whole bunch of milliamp hours and power in a lot smaller and lighter weight. So we still have to pay the price as far as weight and power. So this thing, again, it's pretty awesome. It's great if you're wanting to kind of go remote. Maybe if you're camping, again, you're gonna have to, if you're hiking around, you're going to have to carry around a pretty heavy pack. This thing, I think, is the heaviest out of the 4. But again, it's the most powerful one. I'm not a big fan of what the material is made out of. You can see here that it's got already scratches and stuff, but again, I've had it for a couple years now. Other than that, it's used, I mean, it's pretty outdated. It only has 3 USB 3 outputs. I do wish that it had some USB-Cs. I'm not sure if they have a newer version. Actually, I think they do have a newer version, but I don't know if they have any USB-C outputs still. Nevertheless, this is great if you're looking for a huge battery power pack because you just aren't sure if you're going to be able to charge anything at the time. So this is great, but it's super heavy. All right, next up is going to be the Ultimate Charger by Keysmart. Right off the bat, my favorite thing about this one is the design. Out of all of them, This one kind of has the coolest design feature of it. It's not just plain and black. They added a little bit of detail for you. Now what's really cool, this thing is also on the heavier side and also more expensive. Out of the four, this is the most expensive one. But the key thing about this one to note is that you could charge a 15-inch laptop, but you could charge a laptop, your iPhone, AirPods, a tablet. You're covered with this one. So even though it is a little bit heavier, less heavy than the RavPower, but it's still on the heavier side. This thing packs 20,000 milliamp hours and still you're able to charge all of those devices even at one time. So it's kind of great to have. I like the slim profile to it. It's not as thick. It's made out of a metal casing, so it feels good. You know, it feels like rich, you know what I mean? So I like it. You can fit this kind of in any pocket. I did bring this with me when I went to Mexico, again, because a lot of the times if we have major windstorms, which is around this season, electricity is out. So I wanted to be able to charge my iPad, my iPhone, anything like that. I was pretty much covered with this, and this thing will last you for quite a while as well. I like how in the back you have all the output labeled, so you know where exactly to input. You do get a battery power indicator to see how much battery is left on the pack. All right, last but not least is the Quatro wireless portable charger, something like that, by Satechi. Now this thing off the bat is super cool. Why? Because it offers two really cool, unique things that none of the other ones offer, at least yet. Now, Nomad still wins with the whole tile tracker thing integrated in here. That's really, really awesome. I do wish that in the future any other battery power packs do this, because that's genius. But other than that, this thing has an integrated Apple Watch charger already on it. And right here is a wireless charging pad for your AirPods, which I think is just genius. Now this thing really only has two ports. It has a USB 3.0. I think it's 3.0. I don't know if it's a USB 2. Could be wrong. I'll list the details here. And a USB-C. So if you're an Apple person, I highly suggest this. This thing is really nice. It's lightweight. It feels really good in the hands. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of the material that this black thing is made out of, because it does kind of, it's a fingerprint magnet. And if you put this in a really dusty bag, or you kind of forget about it, it's going to attract a lot of dust. Now the edges is like lined with this, I'm guessing it's a fake metal. It's like a mirror metal. It just makes it look luxurious. I kind of like it. It's pretty cool. It's a fun, unique thing. I think it might get scratched kind of easily. I'm not sure. I haven't had this for too long. This thing's kind of a new addition to the battery pack family, but I really do love the fact that I could carry around an Apple Watch charger, because sometimes I have gone a couple nights without charging because I completely forgot about it and I'm too lazy to get up and put it on the charger. So if I have this in my bag, which is really easy to just slip in because it's not heavy, it's awesome that I have that. The convenience of having a wireless pad as well, I think it's just genius in using the real estate that this battery pack offers. So it's not wasted space. You can put the AirPods on here. Now, one thing to note is that I thought it automatically triggered when you put the Apple Watch here or AirPods on here. You do have to double click like twice or 3 times or something. Point is that when you put an Apple Watch or AirPods on, you do have to click the side button to activate it like 2 or 3 times until you get a solid blue light. Then these will be activated and will charge. So I kind of like forgot about that. The first night I charged the Apple Watch for a couple hours and I noticed that when I woke up it never charged. And that is because you do have to like double or triple click it once you have, see, there it is, blue light. So once you have that blue light, that is indicating that these are charging or activated. And then you just kind of double click again to deactivate, and then it'll just charge normally via the USB-C or 3.0, 2.0 port. Now this thing is, I'm not sure if I mentioned, is 10,000 milliamp hours. This one is probably the best of the best that a battery power pack could offer at this time. Now I want to share with you my top 2 because I actually carry around when I go on any trip or I leave the office or studio with 2. Any guesses? Comment down below on what you think the top 2 ones are that I travel around with. I'll give you guys a little moment. Okay, so my top 2 battery packs, if you could afford it, if you are in need of extra power like me, because I carry around tech all the time, is the Satechi, and the Keysmart Ultimate Charger. Boom. These two are a great combo. This I carry with me, whether it be my purse or my backpack or my carry-on that I have with me, that I have to carry myself on my back. And this one I did use and put in my carry-on luggage or in a separate pack that I don't have to have weighing on my back. These two are kind of the ultimate combo killer when it comes to battery power packs. Now, of course, I'll be leaving links to all of these down below. Comment if you have any questions about any of these 4 battery packs. I do really apologize about this. At the time of filming, I didn't realize that this was unavailable. So I do apologize for teasing this battery pack without being able to get it. I will do my best to try to see if I can find any on eBay for you, but maybe this could be a cool little thing or indicator that maybe Nomad is coming out with an updated power pack. That would be actually super awesome. But nevertheless, that's it for me today. I hope you guys liked this video. Liked it if you liked it. Subscribe if you haven't already, because that helps this channel a whole bunch. And I will see you guys on the next one.